Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. They'll run. Gibson. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. But for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone.
This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Let's get to the game here to Chase Brown. And they're all the way across near the field before he's brought down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play action, here's Murray. And the Commanders' rush brings him down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Murray on third down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Fourth down. Here's Murray. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A designed run. Jackson keeping it. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. He dodged the tackle. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Harold Fanning Jr. with that one. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Green.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
A loss of a yard.
They snap it to Murray. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Looking quickly here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Run on 1st down. Here's Murray. Knocked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route.
There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Give on seconds, it's Brown. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Ace. 2-2-1.
3rd and long for him here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that gets him back to within 11.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This is a heater going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Throwing again is Lamar. He's trying to go deep again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
This one right for Lamar. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some... Flip around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. It'll be 3rd down and 8 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Here's Riley Dixon on now for the punt on 4th down. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Starts his return from the 23. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Washington 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, here's Lamar. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, this guy has been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
He's loaded another one up. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Throw here, 3rd down. This is Cox. That's Cook. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. First down carry for Brown. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
No gain on the play.
Kyler throwing here. We'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Murray. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Again, it's Murray to throw. And the Commander's rush brings him down. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
It's 4th down.
Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
Power squib kick is taken in. And he's out of bounds on a nice return, but time's run out. We're headed to the break. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Naimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Yeah. Omaha. 2-2.
Starting the half with a give to Brown. Shoots away from one. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to it. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Gates, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Big Ace.
Here's Kyler to throw. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're going play action. It's Murray. By the pylon. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Hey, shit. 2-2.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force 3rd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
2-2. Green. Hey. Hey. Omaha. Stop.
Murray, 3rd and goal. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's out the clear. And all the way back it goes. It's a Washington pick 6.
I got to believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick. It was a pick 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders lead by 15 now. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Finds a seam down the middle. Into the red zone. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Murray getting everyone set. They're going for 2 here. All right, they're going to throw for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
Going to be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Looked like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Good strike downfield to Olave. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
From the gun, Jackson buying some time right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
This one's set up for Lamar. Running in the red zone. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead to 15. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Dan Quinn never afraid to take a risk. His guy's going for 2. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey. 2-2.
Pressure coming, it's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And Murray hits the ground safely, picking up the first down on that run. And goes to the hurry up here.
12 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Empty. 2-2.
1st and 10, Murray. There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. On the move, headed right. He can run it. Oh, Murray lost it. And the Commanders pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that was one wild ride. QB does a terrific job. Gets out in the open field, has a big play, and then he's got to watch the other quarterback run on the field as he gives the ball away.
Run drawn up here for Lamar. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It is the Commanders with the football, and a nice lead, too, as they try to finish off this win. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hey, middle. No, we changed it.
Jackson now on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Pulled in at the 20. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, it's Murray. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes the play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Right side into the hands of Allen. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense in a hurry up here.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Here's Murray. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to the air. Murray. A throw right side. Finds Cup. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working inside the red zone. Flushed out now to his left. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Brown on the inside give. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it first and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Falcons.
Now Kyler. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Murray with a sneak. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So the false start makes this a far tougher call now. 3rd and 6.
Ace. Butch. Hey.
Kyler looking to throw. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Commanders 27, Falcons 19.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
On the return, Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Here's Gibson on second down, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Commanders up by 8.
First down, Washington.
We've set it down from the 37. On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll dive for a little extra yardage, and he's down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Back to the line they come, second down. They're going to pass it here. Throw right side, cut by Olave. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Setting up to pass. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on fourth. Looking to throw. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders lead by 15 now.
Falcons 19. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Back now, pressure coming. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Billy Bowman on the coverage.
Now Murray. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
And the Falcons first down.
Murray here on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
From the 40, here comes second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Murray looking to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.